YouTube? This is Steve from Average Joe's Fantasy Football, and we've got your last start and sit video for the week 3. We are talking tight end position. This is full PPR, half PPR. That is what we're talking about. Now, tight end is always a hard position to figure out. A lot of teams do not utilize their tight ends like a focal point. So if you're getting 8 points, 10 points, you're having a pretty successful outing in your tight end position. I've seen people do tight end premium to kind of make up for it or just negate the tight end completely. But these are your tight ends that we're going to talk about. If you guys have not already, check out our other start and sit videos, quarterback, running back, and wide receiver to get you guys primed and ready for a successful week 3. And again, make sure you guys hit us up in the comments if you guys have lineup questions, waiver questions, trade questions. We are here to help you out. Now, these are your obvious starting tight ends that should be in your lineup, irregardless to whatever matchup they have. You got Hawk, Kelsey, Andrews, Waller. I mean, that's pretty much the essential 4. You could put Kittle. There's still some issues with him, but he does have value, and you're probably starting him anyways. Now, the first tight end I'm recommending as a good start this week is Evan Ingram. He's going against the Texans this week. Texans allow 20 points to the tight end and over 80 yards a game, also allowing 8 targets a game. So this is going to be a game where Ingram should see some action. Now, Ingram does have others to compete with. Ridley, Kirk, Zay Jones, Etienne. I mean, there's definitely a plethora of options for Trevor Lawrence. But I do like this matchup for Evan Ingram. He's definitely a matchup nightmare for the linebackers and safeties, and especially since the Texans are dealing with injuries at the secondary. So I like Evan Ingram a lot here. Now, another tight end I like is Hayden Hurst. Mentioned him before. He's going against the Seahawks. Hurst has a great matchup. Last week, the Seahawks allowed 11 points to Laporta. Again, 11 points isn't bad in the tight end world. Panthers will have Andy Dalton at quarterback with Bryce Young unfortunately missing the game due to injury. I actually do not believe this is going to hurt. I actually think this helps Hayden Hurst having a veteran quarterback who's going to utilize him. And again, reading defenses really well to get these guys in a good position. Seahawks do allow over 60 yards to the tight end. So this is a really good matchup for Hayden Hurst. I like this one. He's probably still out in their waivers, so if you guys have had some struggles in the tight end, you may want to grab him. Now, the last tight end I recommend as a good start is Dalton Schultz versus the Jaguars. Schultz has a chance to finally have a decent game this season. Now, I was never really crazy about Schultz going to the Texans. He was definitely a product of the Cowboys offense. But he's got a great matchup this week. Jaguars are allowing 11 targets a game to the tight end, and Texans are third in pass attempts. Stroud is absolutely doing really well going into the season. Even if the record doesn't show it, Schultz has the best opportunity to really have a 10-point plus game. If he does not, at this point, Schultz is somebody you should be dropping and going after someone else. Now, my first tight end I am sitting this week is going to be Luke Musgrave versus the Saints. Saints are great against the tight end. In 2 games, they've only allowed 5 points total in 3 receptions to the tight end. Musgrave should also receive less targets with Christian Watson possibly coming back this game. Nobody's really said anything yet. They're still looking. He's questionable, but he should be back, meaning there's another weapon for Jordan Love. But realistically, this Saints defense in general is a really tough one. That whole offense is definitely somebody, if I can get other players, I'm benching them. Now, Chigo Nkonkwo, I like the player. He's had some moments, but going against the Browns, this is definitely a hard one. Browns just held Freiermuth to 1 reception. He's a really good tight end. He's one of the better ones in the league. Browns are only allowing 3 points a game to tight ends, and in this game should definitely be a matchup between the Titans and the Browns and who's going to have the better run game. No one's impressed with Watson. No one's impressed with Tannehill. And realistically, this is a game that's going to be won by defense and running the ball. Chigo is definitely a tight end I am sitting. Now, the last tight end I'm sitting this week is going to be Kylen Granson versus the Ravens. Granson has actually been a really good fantasy tight end. He's definitely one of those guys that nobody had thought of or even heard of for the most part, if you ask the casual fan. But now is a matchup against the Ravens and possibly no Anthony Richardson at quarterback with Minshew in. Ravens have only allowed 3.8 points to tight ends, and that has been against tight ends like Irv Smith and Dalton Schultz. So not amazing tight ends, but they still did a really good job against them. Granson is definitely a nice option for the future. I wouldn't necessarily drop him, but I'm not starting him this week. Now, my sleeper of the week is Kyle Pitts versus the Lions. Yes, I'm going to hear the boos and comments and all that stuff. I get it. But the Lions are the worst against the tight end. They've allowed 29.9 points, over 150 yards. Pitts lost targets to Jonnu Smith, so I understand the concern and that whole passing offense in general. But I think this is going to be the game that if you have kept him and you're putting him in the lineup, I think this is the game he actually makes up for it. If you've dropped him, it's understandable, but this is definitely the perfect game for him to shine and possibly help you with a victory. And maybe if he does really well, you could possibly sell him as a high option next week. So those are my start, sits, and sleepers for the tight end position of week 3. Again, this is full PPR, half PPR. If you have questions of who you should be starting, hit us up in the comments down below. That's what we're here for. We want to help you guys out with those questions. If you guys are new to the channel and you guys haven't already, make sure you guys subscribe and hit those noties. Just want to make sure you guys are notified every time we drop a video just like this. And of course, if you enjoy it, hit the like button. It is greatly appreciated. Share this with your teammates, league mates, friends, whoever who are in fantasy who need a leg up on the competition. That's what we're here. Share this with them. We are going to be running a giveaway as soon as we hit that 1,000 subscribers. So thank you guys who have subscribed. You guys have been amazing. So thank you for the support. Again, check out our other start and sit videos. Don't forget to subscribe and like, and I'll check you guys out next time.